Playing the great state of New York is no easy task, and finding a hidden gem can almost be impossible. But at Patten Golf Club, where there's 27 holes located in the middle of the state, you might be able to find that gem. That's what we did here at Twilight Golfer. So you can see right off the bat, there's a lot of golf to be offered. Now we just booked a tee time, rented some clubs, walked on in, and so far so good. But the place gets packed, and the layout dates back from 1968. Now right off the bat, I'll tell you what, you get paired up with a good group of friends here at Van Patten, and that's what it's all about, including golf carts and the latest technology possible at one of the most unique golf courses I could say I played. Now, on the way there wasn't too much to offer. There's some historical landmarks and some fun opportunities, but when getting there, wow, we had to make some phone calls and, do what we need to do to check on in and finally play the state of New York. And that's what this channel was all about, trying to play each one of those states. Now, I'll tell you what, right off the bat, I love everything about this golf course. We got some good Cleveland clubs to start us off with. We're going to go through the price of everything, walk through what we rate this golf course at the end, and anything fun and exciting that happened along the way. That's what this golf channel is all about. It's a fun golf channel. So slap on in and swing through on number 1 here at Van Patten. I tell you what, it's a little bit confusing because they start you off at number 10, 27 holes. There's no rules here at this golf course, and that's what we love. And if it sounds like we don't know what we're talking about, it's because our check-in process here wasn't the greatest, I'll be honest with you. And we're not going to take away from the overall score of it, but we're going to talk about it. Checking into this golf course, we're paired up with a great group of people, but typically, it's communicated a little bit ahead of time that there's going to be a card change where you're going to jump into the same card. Now, you're not with that group. Now, we were lucky enough to be paired up with a good group here, but for the most part, the check-in process, and we'll go back to that footage. We'll put a picture of him right now. That guy really set the tone for almost a remarkably horrible day of golf. Thank God the group we were with was fun, exciting, and just made the day even more enjoyable. We were still able to walk in without a tee time, making sure that there were some tee times online in advance, and we're able to go out pretty quickly. But just, you see, like, that was extremely frowned upon. Now sometimes I get it, it could be, but for the most part they're still taking that money, correct? Now let's talk about that money. Let's talk about the rate of this golf course and see if you get your money's worth here at Van Patten. Now, when booking 18 holes at this golf course during a Saturday or Sunday, with not just walking, it's $47. Goes up another $21 for a cart. So, all in all, you're spending about $70. That's a fair price. Though, there's some discounts later on in the day. The twilight rate seems to apply here. And then also on the weekdays, it's pretty cheap, actually. That's for walking. Now, it's $21 to get a cart. On top of that, as we stated, the rent clubs, another $25. So all in all, I walked out there spending at least $100 to play the course. So the last thing we need is a starter to kind of get us going, especially if we're doing golf reviews on it. So shout out to that guy for really setting the tone, and it probably did affect the score of this, unfortunately. We hate to do that, but right off the bat, I think with 126 golf vlogs now, as we continue, you got to be real careful when we come through spending $100, because this is a budget golf channel, and we're going to make sure we get the best customer service possible. And here, at least the first people coming in, we get that New York feel to it. Now, I'm not too far from the city, and I get a little bit of it all the time, but for the most part, I ain't hearing it from the upstate New Yorkers. Now, maybe it's because it's a big membership type golf course. They got the silver membership, the platinum membership, the gold membership, and then the junior membership. I had none of those memberships just walking in there. And, they're going to get treated like someone that doesn't have any memberships, and I totally get that. That's fine. Interesting takeaway from this golf course is probably the last few holes that seem to have a design change. That's something that's jumping out at this channel, most definitely. Now, it's originally built in 1968, at least the first 18 holes, and it was constructed and redesigned in 2004. Some of the holes were reconstructed, and then the building of the Grand Clubhouse was built at the time, completed, and then opened to the public. A few of the holes are being reconstructed or just updated, or it looks like. We're going to talk about those when they pop up on the screen, but it's from Reese Jones, aka the Open Doctor, to develop the master course redesign plan that will turn the course to what we know into something completely beyond expectations, is what it says on its quote-unquote website. So that's interesting. Now, when you pull in, you're going to see a huge clubhouse. That's the grand clubhouse there. This was actually the first hole we went off of, number 10. I thought it was number 1. Things got pretty confusing. Not being too far from Saratoga, there's some incredible golf courses like Saratoga National. Capitol Hill was in Albany, another course that we were thinking about playing, but unfortunately we could only play this course here, which we're still very grateful to get out and play. But it's all about budget golf and saving as much money as you can sometimes on this channel, at least looking for it, you know. We're talking about and trying to get design when you're traveling, and it gets harder and harder. That's why we look forward to collaborating with future Twilight golfers or just doing their own thing on their own golf channel. Who cares? It's all about having fun and respecting the game. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel with the golf channel here. We're just about learning about golf in your local area, talking about it, and then bringing it on to the people. Maybe learning a little bit about yourself along the way. And that's what this channel is all about. For the most part, get out there, try to play this course here at Van Patten. I liked it. 27 holes. They said we played the best course, you know, the white and the red ones. And you got the blue course. Hopefully, maybe we'll get out there and play it if it's ever offered to us. In regards to maybe that guy, you know, maybe that guy wants to redeem himself, type feeling. You know, who knows? We're all about that type of content on this channel. We're all about trying different types of content to get golf-related viewers to watch our content. That's all. It's slowly getting there. Longer videos like this maybe aren't really worth it, but if you make it this far, maybe you want to play this golf course. Maybe you want to go out and try to be a Twilight golfer. Currently, we're just stretching it as long as we can. Again, there's golf. I wouldn't want to say the golf architect here that was originally built it, because for the most part they're going to rechange it, and then it's Lee Jones, who's the big famous one. So you got to pay respect when respect's due. You can't even find the name of the original golf designer. I can't validate it with the website, so I'm not going to do it. I love this hole here, though. You can see right on the water at left-hand side. Some of these holes were very impressive, and I think it does belong in a 7 range. I hate to do it. A 7 out the door is probably the best score for everyone, all parties involved. I think when you go on a trip like this, meet some good people, it really sets the tone to start to bring that score up on this channel, and no one's paying me. So I could put any channel, any score I want on this channel. And we can do anything on this channel. That's the most important thing. You can get involved on this channel if you want to. If you want to be a Twilight golfer, you want to try to play golf in the local area, or maybe try to play a state that we haven't played before and we're trying to get out there. Now, as we move into 17 and 18, there wasn't much left to say other than, wow, what a great round of golf. We had some local buddies in the area, local Twilight golfers getting out there and trying to slap the ball around as much as they can. Lose a lot of golf balls in this course, I'll tell you that much. Big tee boxes, luscious fairways. The roughs, I tell you what, I've seen some things in that rough, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, woof, it gets pretty rough in there if you don't know, if you can't get out of it. You got to hit that ball in the fairway. Keep a lookout for more videos to come. This is Twilight Golfers. Thank you so much for watching. Keep on swinging.